Good morning. I just wanted to do a quick post. I had a really great chat with someone a few days ago, and it was about what is the solution? How can we, if the world does need to be healed, maybe it doesn't, maybe it's functioning in exactly the way the universe and evolution wants it to function, and maybe we're not separate to nature and never have been. Maybe nature is actually building cities, or who knows. But putting all that rhetoric aside, so the solution, I believe, as a spiritual person, I use that term loosely, to the world and healing, I believe there's only one real solution, and that's a change from within, a change of the human psyche. And so, very simply put, how can spirituality offer that? So very simple. Spirituality offers that by showing you that the peace and the happiness you feel that you need to get from the world being this way, this political party, this thought process, this philosophy, you find out you don't need any of that. You don't need things, you don't need more possessions other than enough to make your body peaceful and happy and warm and secure. We don't need nearly as much as we think we do to be happy. Spirituality shows you that. It's, when I say spirituality, I mean spiritual practice, So the way it does that is it quietens the mind initially, and when the mind is quiet, you start to realize that most of your problems were just created in the mind. It was the thought processes, the grasping, the confusion, the fear, the projections of the mind. This was causing so much stress and hatred inside of you. And when the mind gets quiet, through japa or through meditation, japa is my main practice, you find you have the peace that you were looking for on the outside, and you don't need the world to be this way or that way. But once your basic needs are met, to be happy. But then further than that, you start to find, wow, I didn't need the mansion, I didn't need the lifestyle in this country or that, I just needed the sunrise. I just needed the real availability to the taste of my morning coffee or my morning tea, or I just needed to stop and feel my breath, and I found the kingdom of heaven. It was already at hand, it's already in my midst. I was missing it because I was overthinking. And the more that we find happiness inside, the less dependent we are on other people needing to behave this way, to be this way, to be that way. We can be in our authenticity and we can speak our mind. That's a very big part of this, that we can speak our truth, but not with hatred, with centeredness and wisdom. So this is how I believe we change the world, by changing ourselves. And we change ourselves into the change we want to see in the world. We want a peaceful, loving, compassionate, I imagine, world. So our first project is us. How can I create a peaceful, happy, compassionate, understanding world within myself? How do I change my world into that? Then the second experiment is the family. Can we create that in our family, in our loved ones? Can we hand that on to those immediately around us? Then maybe our community, then maybe the world. But we have to start with us, I believe. That's the journey.